Every time you sit down to write a LinkedIn post, you stare at your blank screen and end up writing nothing. But it's not that you're lazy, it's just that you start with no direction. And I didn't have it either when I was starting afresh. Hi, I'm Karishma Singhal, a model, anchor, author, turned LinkedIn personal branding and corporate employee branding expert. And today I will put a full stop to all the post type videos you've ever watched about LinkedIn on YouTube. And in the end of my video, I will also help you take a decision, the kind of post types you should write to suit your career, to suit your goals. Also, I've put together a detailed post types cheat sheet. The link is in the description below. Make sure you grab it. So surrender to learning with me. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, diary and a pen, make your notes. And if you haven't watched my previous videos in the LinkedIn Content Masterclass series, make sure you check them out after you're done watching this video. The type of message you're delivering and how you package it is referred to as post type. A person who knows about different post types and which information to present according to which post type is the person who generates results on LinkedIn, and you will be that person today. Now, all of these post types that we're about to discuss today sit across tofu, mofu, bofu, different stages of the content funnel. I've covered it in depth in my episode 2. However, I'll give you a quick revision. So tofu, top of the funnel, is generally your awareness content, which helps you reach newer audiences. Now, mofu, middle of the funnel content, is your consideration content, which is technically getting your followers in the funnel. They begin to consider you. Bofu, bottom of the funnel, is where you try to sell something to your warm audience. People who are ready to buy in from you are looking for offers and services from you. So type number 1 is your awareness post. This type of post is your walking billboard. This has to be short, snappy, and strong enough that somebody takes a screenshot right away. It has to make someone feel, oh, I feel the same. I thought the same about it. Let me explain this to you with a post example. So if you look at this post where, I've started with your biggest expense is the hours you waste. I used to spend hours on things that didn't move the needle. If you look at my post, I start with a universal truth or an observation. Then I add my perspective. Then I add a little context here. And then I add a soft landing. So if you are a founder, your educational post should revolve around the kind of problems your customers would face. If you're an employee, your awareness post should revolve around your industry insights. Type number 2, the personal story post. This is the strongest post type. It will always help you get closer to your goals online because people will always aspire to become like you. So this is one of my personal storytelling posts where I spoke about my journey from an underconfident girl to a founder. Notice the structure here. I set the scene briefly, then I introduce the tension, then I talk about what went wrong in my life, and then I show the turning point with the lesson for my audience. Post type number 3 is your challenges faced posts. And this is the most underused post type because globally we all are trained to not speak about what we're facing, the kind of struggles we're facing, but to talk about our achievements. When you break open your vulnerability, that is when people will relate to you. And those are the kind of posts that always get more shares, saves, likes, and reach. Now, one of the post example where I have broken down my challenges from early business days is, so this one starts as the harsh truth no one tells young entrepreneurs. So you notice I've tried to create a club with this post. You're either a young entrepreneur or you know someone. And if you read further, I've written, your business doesn't fail because of lack of ideas. What I learned the hard way, your vision has to be built into the team from day one. If they don't get it, they won't grow. So notice the structure here. The challenge is the team misalignment, the over-attachment. I speak about what I tried and what I didn't work. And by the end, what shifted is a takeaway for my reader. Post type number 4 is the opinion post. And this is the strongest because this helps you build authority fastest. Everybody can build their presence, but not everybody can build their position. So when you're writing an opinion post, you're not just giving information. You're saying, this is what I believe in and this is why I believe in it. So this is one of my posts. So I wrote about how people look at money to boost their ego. It goes by, you have rupees 100 in your pocket and you spend 1000 to boost your ego. You notice the very first line here, it's a polarizing observation. And then I define the terms, fake abundance versus real abundance. So the rule is that your opinion post must be grounded and it must come from experience but not ego. Post type number 5 is the engagement post. These type of posts lower the barrier with your audience, mostly question posts, fill in the blank posts, or polls, prompts. These also act as community building posts. They help you build community within your audience. So here is one of my examples where I wrote about, are you losing clients? Your LinkedIn post might be the reason. And then I go on and explain. Then I go on to explain how your first 2 lines act as a hook. I give these examples like, what's the biggest mistake you've made in your business? Did you know 80% fail in their first 5 years? You're doing LinkedIn all wrong. People just need to engage and respond. I'm not asking random questions. I'm giving context. I'm sharing perspective. I'm guiding their thought. And then I open the loop for the audience to respond. And a fun fact is that engagement posts act as intelligence gathering tools. Post type number 6 are the listicle posts. And the example is exactly this video. I'm listing down all kind of post types. So these are savable, shareable, actionable. And the formula is very simple. The hook, the starting is a numbered hook. Then each point comes with an idea, an example, and why it works. And then there's a strong close. I'll give an example here. So have a look at this post here. I start with 7 post ideas if you're a founder. I'm not just giving ideas, I'm promising you 7 post ideas for a founder. Then I've given you each point where I name a situation, I give a clear example, and I explain why it works. For example, turn down a 10 lakh client today and here's why it was the right move. It's a plug-and-play content system. That is why listicles work. They reduce the thinking effort. Post type 7 is the trending post. Now these are usually posts that are written around things that are happening in the moment. Could be a news, a new update, any kind of country update, or let's say any kind of new tool. So this was a trending post that I had written during IPL. I wrote one before the match and one was after the match dedicated to RCB. So look at this. Usually these kind of posts have a shorter shelf life. They spike only in the moment, otherwise there's no point posting them. Post type number 8, educational posts. They prove that you don't just have information, you back your information up with your achievements, with your experiences, with your examples, with your case studies, and they prove a specific point that you come with more depth. So this is one of my post examples where I broke down different hooks and I taught people about hook formats in the posts. I start with, your hook isn't weak, you're using a wrong format. Notice what I'm doing here. I'm not teaching but diagnosing. I'm telling you why is your hook weak. Then I break it down. I talk about 7 formats, each of them come with examples with reason. So the key here is that every concept is paired with proof of my experience. And the formula is to start with a bold claim, go step by step with each point, their explanation and their examples, include with your key insights or warning, give your reader an actionable footmap. Post type number 9, the framework post. This is peak educational content. This is your prime content. It is basically how you solve a particular problem, knowledge packaged into a structure, not a list. It is a named, labeled structure which acts as your intellectual property. It is associated to you. So look at this example. This was one of my outreach framework posts. It's a thinking system. I didn't just say do outreach better. I have created a cold, warm and hot outreach system. You see how I am giving you all of these frameworks across my videos. You're basically creating an intellectual property that people want to come to you for. They will every time wait for it. They will every time look up to it. Post type 10 is the why you should post. This is a very smart way of selling something without selling it. You basically position your expertise, your products, your services in someone's need, according to someone's requirement. So I'll give you an example. So I described how personal branding got me this podcast opportunity. The post goes like this. It starts with 5 minutes after meeting him, he was interviewing me. This is an outcome-driven persuasion. I'm telling you that this person started interviewing me immediately. I showed a podcast invite, I showed trust without meeting, and I showed a real-time opportunity. And that's what makes it work. In the end, I'm talking about how personal branding gives me that opportunity because that is the kind of service I sell. I never asked you to buy the service. Post type 11 is the pass post. This post type is the best known framework to the world of content. It is not just used across your LinkedIn post, it's used for email writing, for landing pages. I'll give you an example. This is the post where I am talking about storytelling. So I stated the problem. I started with people don't buy products, where I built agitation by writing that they don't trust you, they don't know you, they don't care. And then I gave a solution. I said, they buy you, your story, your solution. It works because you don't jump to the solution. You state the pain point. So the formula is to state the problem clearly, intensify it with consequences, and then give a solution to those consequences to cure them. Post type 12 is the comparison post. And human brains are built exactly on that. We're always evaluating among option A versus option B. And this post type solves exactly that. So I've pulled in this example from Ivana's newsletter where she's actually comparing between UGC versus EGC. She's not saying UGC is good or EGC is bad. She's defined both. She's shown you the differences. Look here. The comparison post doesn't state differences. It helps your audience make a decision faster and better. Post type number 13 is the checklist post. So basically, checklists break down a very complex process into a super smooth and simple actionable method. They are supremely savable and shareable and the most wanted types of content pieces. It makes the entire practice so easy for a reader that they save it and on a Monday morning they open it and get their tasks done. For example, I have been giving you these cheat sheets throughout. All of these are cheat sheets that I've given you in my profile optimization masterclass. By the way, it's there on my channel. Make sure to check it out after this video. Post type number 14 and my favorite, how we do it post. So basically, it talks about how you and your team does something particular. You don't educate people. You take people through your process. It is about you, your method, your way of getting things done. So I've made this series called KMark Made. So we usually post this whenever we're working for a client account. Notice what I'm doing here in this particular KMark Made carousel. I'm talking about how we do it. I'm not talking about how UGC works. The carousel is about how we went deep dive, how we created concepts, how we mapped out creators, scripts, mood board, and then the shoot. These posts help you build intellectual property that mostly nobody else can replicate because they are unique to what you do. Post type 15. This is the contribution or an achievement type of post. Now, this is the type of post most of you will avoid because most of you think like, oh, am I going to brag about it? No, I don't want to do this. But this is a proof of your hard work if written well. So I'll give you an example. I wrote this post and created a dedicated video about how my very first international client flew from UK to India just to carry out business further. So do you notice what you just thought about? You instantly perceived me with higher value when you look at this post. The structure is story, struggle, specific thing that you delivered or worked with, how did it result for someone, and a lesson. Post type 16 is the company appreciation post. This is the most strategic post type for a corporate employee because you are writing about what you do at your organization. This is neither bragging nor charity. Number one, it tells the leadership that you are not just employed but invested. Number two, while most of the colleagues around you will be quiet, it is you who will stand out amongst other people in your organization. So this is one of the core posts that we build in the corporate employee branding program. You see, we did practice this post at an organization. All of these posts went up with hashtags, with company hashtags, with their own hashtags. They wrote about what they were doing at the job, how does their story look like at the job. Now, next up are the conversion posts. Conversion posts are designed to speak with your warm audience. Conversion posts are usually your direct offer posts, case studies, before and after of working with a client. So have a look at this example. Now, I spoke about my client in this post. It's a client case study, and then I pinned my call booking link in the comment. And it is done strategically for a purpose. So I stated the client's situation, what I did, the result, and then ended it with a call to action for my reader. Now it's the time you've been waiting for. I've covered all 17 post types, but you don't need to take the burden of writing all of them. You only need to write the kind of post types that will suit your career goal and the stage of life you're at. So we'll do a small drill. I'll present you with 2 questions. You will answer those questions along with me. I'll help you answer them too. In the end, we'll circle the common answers. And that is what will give us the clarity about the kind of post types you need to write. So question number 1 is, who are you on LinkedIn right now? Are you a founder who wants LinkedIn to generate inbound leads for your business? If yes, you should go for personal story, challenges faced posts, opinions, how we do it, educational, achievement, listicles, conversion. Keep writing them down, look at the screen, pause, answer them for yourself. Are you a corporate employee who wants to be seen by the right people inside your organization? So you can go for a personal story, company appreciation, or a pass or a framework and a contribution kind of post. Are you a creator or a thought leader? Go with personal story post, awareness, comparison, and educational posts. Take a screenshot of this if you want to. You'll also find this in my post type cheat sheet below. Now the final question is, what is the one result you want LinkedIn to create for you in the next 90 days? Is it inbound inquiries? If yes, focus on educational, achievement, conversion, and why you should post kind of posts. Do you want to build a following and a personal brand? Go for story, awareness, challenges faced, and engagement posts. Or do you want your recognition as a corporate employee? Go for company appreciation, achievement, and contribution posts. Circle the ones that are common throughout. And the ones that are common is what you should start posting. You can always build upon more post types once you start. Alright, this video comes to an end. If this video helped you and added value to you, please make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell icon on, and send it to somebody who will benefit from this, who will gain value from this. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Show me the kind of posts you write. I would love to review it. Alright, this is Karishma Singh signing off.